You want details? Fine. I drive a Ferrari 355 Cabriolet. What's up? I have a ridiculous house in the South Fork. I have every toy you can possibly imagine. And best of all, kids, I am liquid. So, now you know what's possible. Let me tell you what's required.
Life advice. The email address is lifeadvicerr@gmail.com. All right. Before we get into the emails here, point of order. We planned on pitching T-shirts today.
Oh, that's right. I got my list.
You do have a list? All right, good.
I do, yeah.
All right, but here's the problem. I don't have a list. You guys got a list.
Well, you're making decisions without us anyway. I thought this was us to get in the room.
I agree.
This was Steve and I trying to get in the room because you're obviously just going to do what you're going to do, right?
Probably. I probably was just going to do what I was going to do. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good read out of you. All right, so you guys want to sit down apprentice style?
You want to go pitch for pitch? How do you want to do this?
Yeah, let's go every other. Kyle, you go first.
All right. Well, this one maybe shouldn't count because everybody knew it was going to be Charger to the Game. I looked it up. There's a Charger to the Game card game. I think we can do this. I was looking up the patents, and I don't think it has anything for shirts, and it's Charge It 2, the number 2. So I think if we change it up a little bit, this could be a big seller, and this is legal, I think.
Just so you're aware, any of these ideas that are remotely good, there will be one listener that's that guy that will then immediately try to get in front of this. I always imagine like Darren Ravel would hear a good T-shirt saying and then go, "Oh, somebody else came up with that. I'm gonna
just boilerplate this as a patent."
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was my first one, but the big news was that I couldn't find a current patent for T-shirts with that spelling. So I think it'd be okay. That was the
somebody's
big news.
already doing it now. I mean, not that because it's a million idea, but there's just going to be somebody that's going to mess with us. So, all right, that's one. I mean, look, I'm up for a legal fight if you are, Kyle. Salt of the earth. So,
yeah, there's some dudes on the Barstool team I'd maybe start an email chain with, just see what we could do. Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah. I've got a lot of random things. Some of these could be terrible ideas, but like the hey, I did this and all I got was this T-shirt. I was thinking about I listened to Russillo and all I got was one Coors Light.
Damn it! I had a Coors Light. Mine was just one period Coors period Light. That was it. That's all it says. So
that's money.
Well,
that's really good. I like both of those. I mean, to Kyle's point, I love Cerrutis, but Kyle, maybe just a picture of a Coors Light on a plain white tee.
Little Life Advice logo on the back. Yeah.
No, I don't want any of the extra stuff. I think you just let the Coors Light can hang there as the art and representation of friendship.
Okay, no.
Limited friendship that it represents.
Yeah. Okay, here's one. This is a little bit of a deep cut and a little bit like one of those fridge magnets. This just says, "I left my cashmere number in Denver."
Wait, what about I just said this is cashmere shirt?
Or it's called a lifter stomach. It's called a lifter stomach. Off of that. I was thinking one of those two.
The cashmere number was Salt Lake, though.
Oh, it was Salt Lake? All right, we could change that out. Yeah, we could swap that out. Okay, there you go. Go ahead, Steve.
That is a good one. I like that a lot. I had... What about life advice? Liquid since 2019.
God damn it. I kind of had something like that too. I won't use that. That's good.
I want to do I am liquid on a T-shirt, but I was like, what could I do with liquid? So I have just had I am liquid or life advice liquid since 2019.
Yeah. Mine was liquid, and on the back it said life advice. Just a little bit ooh, what does the back of the shirt say?
Who's wearing that one?
I don't know.
I think people. I don't know.
It says liquid on the front. You guys are big on the. Kyle, you like shirts that also have another story to tell.
Yes. Well, and also the back would be a little way less, we're super toned down. You might even have to squint. Maybe the life advice is just on the top back, sort of where the neck pops out of the T-shirt.
What
just
about on the shoulder? Remember they used to do
I like
those?
A shoulder patch. I love a shoulder patch. Maybe I'm going to go in diagonal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
There is a picture of me, by the way, at a dive bar with one Coors Light in my hand. That's an incredible picture because you can just
probably
see
have the
that
rights to that.
I'm off in the back and you can just see that I'm totally over it. And I'm just holding the Coors Light. And
early 2000s or late?
No,
recent?
It's not. I don't know. It might be 7 years ago.
No, okay.
I was thinking, speaking of photos of you, though, this isn't really merch. I don't even know what you'd call this. What if we had fat heads or cutouts of you in that famous RSLO picture that everybody seems to love against the brick wall?
You can only print a couple of
Russillo in
those
the
if you want to if you want to make money on that. That is a niche dude who wants to make a joke right there. Here's a good one.
Yeah, it might be production costs would be too high because it's going to be a limited run.
edition.
You need to buy some. You need to manufacture so many of those just to get there. Shark Tank would be like, this is all wrong. Here's one in that sort of joke shirt.
Well, let's not move off this so quickly though.
Okay. In that joke shirt, where it's like I'm with stupid.
Yeah.
This one it's on the back.
I'm with Cupid.
No, it says I'm saving this seat for Russillo, and you'd wear it at a bar. Kind of clever.
Good.
You'd have to know what's
that.
going on there. Or I'm saving this stool for Russillo. You get the little Barstool angle. That's pretty cool. You could even do the logo, right?
That is good.
Saving this for Russillo. The joke is he's not coming, but if we listen, we know that it's all right.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
And, maybe a crown jewel one. I don't know. Probably make a limited number of those, but maybe
a lot of these are about me so far, so I don't know. I mean, I thought Kyle was going to have some
I've got a couple Kyle ones if we want.
I'd love to hear these.
I've got two Kyle ones. One, could we use like the logo of the Harley Davidson thing and put some sort of Kyle slant on it? Maybe it's the Harley logo, but it says "Charge It to the Game" in there instead of like Harley Davidson or something.
Right. So it's kind of like copyright infringement, but not totally.
Just different enough where we don't get in trouble. I think that'd be a good one. The other one I had was
I could feel good about Hood fish T-shirts from the early '90s.
Sure. The other one I had was what if we had Len Dawson, like the famous picture of him smoking a cigarette on the sideline, and it was just Kyle's face on Len Dawson.
I love that.
Yeah,
put me down for 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are good. You guys did some good work.
Yeah. I had
one more.
My Barstool's at Frolic, but I'm out of Frolic, so I don't know. I don't even think anyone cares, but that's a good one.
Yeah, I had one that said 76ers basketball gives me a bona. But I don't know. It might give that to the part of my take guys.
Yeah.
Last one, at least for me. What about the Gold's Gym? I did like, what are famous T-shirts that we can like slightly change to make it look like
you're like Supreme, dude? But
there's a huge market for that. Yeah, there's a huge market for that.
What like the Gold's Gym logo, but it just has like the Ron Russillo show, and instead of the Gold's Gym guy deadlifting, maybe it's you deadlifting, or it's just you sitting at your desk.
Basically, already
doing
is Ryen deadlifting.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not doing straight
like
bar deadlifts a ton lately. Doing a lot of goblet squats, a lot of Romanian deadlifts. So I just wouldn't want to be inaccurate on a fitness T-shirt. And if there's kids out there, what kind of message is that sending?
That's true. Yeah, for the kids.
Really good ideas, though. I mean, it's a lot of stuff to work with. My brain's just, I'm just buzzing.
I'll let you guys know. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Off of this, we do have some feedback. You can hit us up FridayFeedbackR@gmail.com. Probably too many emails right now.
A lot of emails to keep track of.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't know if there's. Can we sign up for Woof? Can we still get Woof?
Oh yeah,
a promo code for that. Yeah. Was hoping that the move to Barstool would mean Russillo merch. It's always been a bummer that I can't show this stuff off. Okay, that was not the merch one. There was a different merch one that I thought was
we can mark that one as solved. So that's good.
Yeah. Done and done. I'll find it here. I just have to search through. Why are we on emojis right now? This is not where you want to disaster keyboard experience right now. Did the keyboard go dead? Is that what just happened? No.
Feels problematic.
Yeah, keep this in. Punishment. You know how it works. Yeah. Don't edit this out.
You're a real fan if you like this anyway. You'll enjoy this.
Yeah. Congratulations on the move to Barstool. Hope be happy to have you guys back. Any chance you're going to be doing a hoodie in a zip-up option? I love zip-up hoodies. They're my go-to. Hate pullover ones. Would definitely buy a zip-up. Looking forward to checking out what other merchandise you have in mind. Please use good quality and good fitting tees that don't get fucked after a first wash for your merchandise. Okay, man. On it. We'll do our best.
Somebody's like messing up their hair when they put on a hoodie, huh?
Yeah. I don't like zip-up hoodies. I don't know if that's a me thing. They're like not as comfortable as I'm wearing a hoodie right now. I'd rather have a pullover.
They're going to be pullovers because they're going to be Hawthorns from Legends, at least in the first run. The first batch, they're going to be pullovers. So that guy's going to be super pissed. But
all right, next round. Cool.
Yeah. More feedback. Best athlete, one simple test. Here's the test in the athlete conversation. How surprised are you that a white guy is good at it?
Damn. Shit. So that would be basketball.
Did he just solve
then.
it?
So that is basketball because there's plenty of niches of football where you're like, that's a white guy position.
Yeah, but
right?
hockey, which hockey people felt very dissed in that conversation, which I understand.
Not a ton of
but
jumping
hockey,
though, or even running.
Geographically, and like hockey's like in a different category. I don't know that. I mean, it's probably an incredibly white sport based on geography as much as anything else.
I don't like it because my DNs argument, there's a lot of good white DNs, and I still think DNs are insane. So, and I was thinking about it after we talked about this, Ryan, because like you brought up the MMA thing with the fighting stuff, but a lot of the stuff that you brought up was like mental stuff, and should like the mental part of athleticism count? Like if you do an endurance race, does that make you a better athlete because you're both mentally and physically insane?
Yeah.
Man, this stopped being fun a while ago.
Yeah, it's not even fun anymore.
This stopped
All right.
being fun.
But speaking of white guys, we had 6 on the court, not including refs. Charlotte Lakers, 6 white guys. I was like, can we get to 7? Because there's a possibility to get to 7. You can get to 7.
Could run a full
But I don't
pickup.
I don't know if the Lakers have run Luka, Austin, Connect, and LaRavia together. And on the other side,
Need
you got
Con.
Knipple, you got Kalkbrenner, you had Connaughton. Shit, I'm forgetting one of the other white guys that they had. But there was a chance to get to 7. I think maybe even 8. There's another white guy in Charlotte that I'm not remembering right now. I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah, Liam McNeely, the rookie from UConn.
UConn.
So you could have had 8 white guys. If that happens,
Garbage time.
I don't know. Does Van Lathan even tape that week? We don't know. All right.
Oh,
Those have been
fuck.
bangers, those emails.
My internet just go out.
Let's see here. This email's not true, so we're not going to do that. All right. Straightforward. Guy wants to take a lady out on a date. Basketball comp, Marshall Plumlee in the NBA, i.e. not so good. Hey, Kyle, Steve, and Ryan.
Oh my God.
I went to a party a couple months back with a platonic female friend. Call her Rachel. I met a girl at the party.
God.
Call her Jane, who I didn't talk with that much, but she had very memorable looks. That's a good description. Fast forward to last week, and I'm at another party with this girl, Rachel, and I see Jane. I talk to Jane. It turns out she's pretty damn cool, very interesting, awesome career, still great looking, etc. Vibes are good in the conversation. There's some clear flirting going on, and eventually she finds an excuse to give me her roommate's numbers to see each other again. Roommate's numbers. Did we just lose Kyle, by the way?
We did. He's out.
Well, I don't know how we can keep. Let's just give it a 30-second. Leave it in. Leave it in.
Wow.
How are you,
What's
Sturdy?
that?
What's up? What's
I'm
new
all
with
right.
you?
Nothing really. Started that the Black Rabbit show. Have you heard of that show?
I haven't.
Jude Law.
Kyle lost his power.
Oh. All right. It's not good.
Yeah, I'm texting right now, trying to get to the bottom of it. So he's kind of Black Rabbit. Is that Bateman?
Bateman, Jude Law. Yeah, kind of wasn't into it. Now I'm into it midway through. It's not bad.
What about Pluribus?
I'll start that after I finish Black Rabbit. Yeah.
Can't do 2 at the same time, huh?
No, not shows. No.
Not
I was thinking
shows.
about watching Frankenstein last night, but it's long.
Oh yeah, how long?
It's like 2.5 hours long, isn't it? It's a Del Toro film.
Yeah, but I think he deserves the benefit of the doubt. You know,
I would agree.
Benicio? I signed up for 3
Although
hours, that guy.
would you have said the same about Scorsese and The Irishman?
Yeah, I watched it. I mean, it's Scorsese. You got to give him the benefit of the doubt. You got to give it that chance. But Irishman's too long. It's too long. Adnan Burke's
Agree.
wrong. He's never been more wrong about anything. I mean, you want to talk about just
Oh,
being
he's
too
defending
close.
Adnan defending
Yeah.
Scorsese. Shocker.
I mean, we get all sorts of fan bases going, no, you guys are wrong about this player, you're wrong about this player. And then like 4 years later, you're like, anything? Any note, written note, handwritten note?
Mhm.
Scorsese is to Adnan Burke is maybe Troy Young is to Atlanta.
Troy Young.
What?
I think you said
Did
Troy
I
Young.
say Troy?
I heard
Yeah, I think
Troy.
so. Yeah,
You heard Troy?
Right.
Yeah, the eyes have it.
I'm pretty sure.
House
I
back.
said Troy.
Fucking
You missed
sticks,
it.
man. The power
missed
just
the
went
Scorsese's
out.
probably done a little bit more than Trae Young, but recently, who knows? Okay. There's clear flirting going on. Eventually, she finds an excuse to give me and her roommates numbers to see each other again. That has to be read again with that minor intermission. That doesn't make a ton of sense. When I leave the party that night, I tell Jane I'll text her. I wake up in the morning, realize I should have asked Jane on a date. I asked a mutual friend, Rachel, what she thinks. She says, I definitely have a chance with this girl, but need to take it slow. Her advice is to see Jane in group settings once or twice more before asking her out in order to build up more interest. I follow Rachel's advice. And on Friday, I text Jane and her roommates at a group chat to see if they're doing anything that night. Jane's roommate immediately responds saying she's at work and will get back to me, but radio silence from Jane. I reacted to the roommate's message, but sent nothing else. I'm kind of kicking myself for not just texting Jane individually from the get-go and asking her on a date. Add in the awkwardness of the group chat, and she didn't respond. That she did not respond to. Oh, man.
It's tough to
That's
come
not
back
good.
from that.
Yeah. And now I doubt texting her for a date individually will work out well for me. My goal is to take Jane on a date and to see what happens from there. What's the best way to handle this that ends up with me and her on a date? That sentence structure has me worried. I'm just going to say. Try to see her in person again, texting her individually, hitting up the dead group chat again. No, right? Are we all on the same page? The group chat is dead.
Never hit
Erase
it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What could have happened here? One is Jane could have been interested. She also could have not been interested. You getting all of the roommates' numbers the same night, normally that'd be like, hey, I got all these numbers. Yeah, but do they all live together and they offered them collectively? That's a different transaction. Wasn't in the game when that was happening. So I would say, like, I remember there was like a house phone situation once, back when there was like pre-cell phones. Also 656-3131 was in the mix quite a bit. For those that know. But there was like a house phone thing and you're like, who's going to answer? Who's going to answer? Dudes my age understand what we're talking about. But that's not what we're dealing with. We're talking new technology. Starlink, So do you guys think that he was given the entire palette of phone numbers here from the room? Is the kind of like pre-friend zoning?
Yeah. It's
What
hey,
happened here?
We'll hit you up if we ever need help moving one day. Like this is, I feel the group
Do you have
phone
a pickup truck?
Yeah, like it's just that to me is. I think you're dead here. I don't know. I mean, I feel like you could certainly pursue Jane, but
Jesus.
if she didn't respond in the actual chat, then what she has? If she had any interest in you, she would have said something, right? Like she wouldn't just leave you hanging.
Likely.
So you can still
Now,
pursue
what
it.
if-
Just be prepared to be turned down.
What if Jane is, as you learn about other people, as you go through this process, you're like, that seems a little crazy. What if Jane did have interest in him, but then the roommate, she was expecting an individual text and I don't even know why everybody was just firing their phone numbers into a thread with you there, but maybe she initially did have interest and then she's got this fucked up roommate who's like claiming you, and our guy emailing us right now is a total smoke show. I don't know. Or maybe they all went back and just over a pillow fight and ice cream, they argued over who liked you the most, and the girl that texted you back the most. And that's why Jane's laying out, because she's got all this roommate conflict. So look, here's the thing. What do we tell you in these? You could worry about all of this stuff and not go on a date, or you can ask her out. She says no, and then you also not go on the date. But at least you have some sort of closure here. So I do think that you need to individually hit up Jane and say, hey, look, it's a little awkward. I kind of just wanted your number. And if she's into you, she's going to see that as a total compliment, right? So I really think an aggressive, like, departure from the thread, Star Wars, escape hatch, Tatooine. You know what I'm saying? Just go, hey, this is what I need to do. I'm getting away from the rest of this. I'm going over here. And then let her know. Like, hey, I kind of just wanted to spend a little bit more time with you. I didn't want to be rude, so I just hit up the entire thread and, see what develops. Kyle, nothing to add?
Well, full transparency. I just dropped out because out in the sticks here, we have something called a power flicker, which I'm told is going to happen a lot these days. So I might have to fucking move my whole setup again next time. Anyway, you guys just kept reading the email. So I've been flying blind. So I'm not going to give any advice without the full scope here. So it sounds like you guys have reasonable stuff that you said.
All right. We got a guy who ghosted, I think, here. What's up, fellas? Player comp Luke Kennard, age is 23. Always have a solid jumper. We can give you some crafty side steps or touch around the basket as well. I can bench press 225 times, 6 times. I can run a 7-minute mile, which I know isn't impressive.
The stats are getting, the bios are getting great.
Yeah. Again, there's a difference between should you come to the office and brag about a 7-minute mile? No. You should feel right. You should feel really good about running a 7-minute mile. Bragging about it at the office. One of the first 3 facts that you would tell Jane on a date. We don't want to make the other guy jealous, so I shouldn't do that. Because this guy sounds fucking jacked. 23. All right. 3 months ago, I decided to go on the dating apps again after a few months of working remote and not really putting myself out there as much. I like that mental reset, isolation. Maybe that could be a t-shirt. I'm in a mental reset. And on the back, It says isolation for Kyle, you know.
Thanks.
One of the first girls I matched, that I matched with was cute enough. And just, there's no comma there, but I guess you don't need
You're doing him a favor.
Yeah. First girl I matched with was cute enough and decided to take her on a date. It's just us here.
Lucky her.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's great.
That'll do. But you know what? At least this guy was honest about it.
Yeah.
90% of people are just doing that. Like, this'll work. We went for a nice walk along the ocean. I got some drinks, had a decent night together. It was fine, but didn't really see it being anything too serious, but it was only one date. After that, I was saying we should do something again. And this got close to the next date, Thursday, texting all week. I was not looking forward to this date, but was like, whatever, can't be a dick. We pre-gamed. This guy's writing literally as he's talking. We pre-gamed our dinner at a nearby bar, then took her to a nice hibachi place. At the hibachi place, I look over at her eating and her steak fried rice and see she's missing. Oh man, missing maybe 1.5 fingers.
Oh. Wow. Got a JPP situation going on here.
I didn't even know. I was so caught off guard that he says he doesn't have an official count because he was so thrown off. I looked for another second just to try and see what was going on. And she sort of caught me looking and I looked away, but she definitely saw me looking. At this point, I was pretty rattled. I'm fucking rattled. And I wasn't even at the hibachi place. How do I spend 5 hours with someone and not notice that? Not that it was even that bad or a deal breaker. We then finished the date. For the first time ever, I ghosted someone. I didn't even know what to say.
Jesus, that sucks.
I was going to end it regardless, but I texted her after saying it was fun, and then she agreed, and then we've never texted since.
Oh, okay.
Now she's going to think because of her fingers, so I kind of did nothing, and it's been 3 months. The writing style is like unbelievable. I actually think it's...
Is he like, talk to Chat GPT and like, write this email for me?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's always a chance that something could be fake, but the way this is written is it's like a stream of consciousness from like a 23-year-old guy who was like would be telling this to his roommate but wrote it down. So maybe it is a little prompty. I don't know, but this would be kind of like, forget the ghosting. Anybody that would do this over something like this, like, you're even worse. So again, that person might not care. So if this is real, he asks, am I just a dick, or is that just a normal thing to not notice on a first date? Curious if you guys have had anything similar.
No.
All right, to the tribunal. I mean, is he a dick?
Yeah. But
what the fuck?
Lost Kyle again. God damn it.
Well, we'll never know. We'll never know Kyle's answer.
No advice from Kyle today.
He's back.
Did you guys hear me cursing? Oh, okay.
No.
What do you think,
Sounds
Kyle?
like
Rudy seems to be on the fence on this one. I don't think he wants to share his answer.
What do I think about what he like? He should be thinking about this. She's thinking about it. I think she probably thinks about it when she goes to the grocery store. I don't know if she's still think. I don't think if she's wait, what am I answering?
Because your power keeps going.
I can't fucking do this, man. I can't
This is
fucking
such
do
a
this,
mess.
man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're kind of a dick, but I think you freaked. You freaked out. You didn't know what to do. And it sounded like you were already going to kind of end it. But then it's like, so what's the right thing to do? Never do it again?
Yeah. Yes, that's
like
that's where we are.
You want to hit her up 3 months later and say, hey, it wasn't because of this? Because that's 100 times worse than wherever you're at right now. So
is it insane that he didn't notice it? I would say no, though, because I don't think guys look at fingers. Obviously, like girls are like, did they have a wedding ring on? Guys, that's just not like, if we're talking about a list of body parts that we're looking at, it's fingers probably pretty low on that one. So
rank these four. Right. Rank these four. Fingers, shoulders, knees, and toes. Rank them. I don't know. What if
a lot of guys have
like
toes ranked high?
If he's saying it, that's true. If he's saying that it's not because
Boomerang.
of that, why don't you just get out from under this and go on one more date
and then break it off?
Yeah, and then you could break it off. This would be like this is something Larry David would do. You know what I mean? Like
yes.
he would plan another sick date and then ghost her again, and then you could get this off your conscience, and then she'll be like, well, he knows I didn't like add any digits in the last 3 months, probably. So it certainly wasn't the fingers.
Well, you can't do that now. It's been too long, right?
Yeah. Why don't you just stay away from her?
I think it's over. And you know what? You screwed up. Hopefully you never see her again.
Just trying to think outside the box.
I love the Larry David thing because you're right. Because he would try to go on another date and then break up for a very significant reason.
Maybe start a fight on the date about politics or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. That'll do it for the show today.
Sorry, guys.
No, that's good. That's good.
It's got no idea what's going on inside over here. I'm beating up on myself too. So
hey, look, you were in the Fred Warner role right there.
Roman.
just not just Roman. You were having to anticipate questions that you couldn't even hear.
True. That's right.
And so, Fred's middle linebacker stuff and probably having the calls puts him in a better spot than you, Kyle. But you weren't terrible at it. You came right back in hot. So
I didn't shrink. I didn't shrink in the moment. That's for sure.
It's hard to answer questions that you don't know.
I'm here to tell you.
Put that on a shirt.
Cerruti, Kyle.
One more shirt.
All right. We'll put it on the shirt list. Put it on the whiteboard. That'll do for the show today. Please subscribe to this show and tell everyone to subscribe to it and to our YouTube page, Ryen Russillo Show, part of the Barstool Network.